Broadcasting to you live from the Orion spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy, the solar system, planet Earth, North America, the United States of America, somewhere out there. My name is Brian Engelman. Today is Thursday, November 13th, 2025. And this right here, the program you have found is Strictly Football, brought to you by the Unhappy Hour Sports Show here on the New American Media, because the old American media has failed you. On today's program, we're going to discuss the upcoming week, starting today in the NFL. So buckle up, jump in the comments section, hit like, hit subscribe, and we will launch the program right now.
Hi, this is Ez'Ryel, and you're watching Unhappy Hour.
New American Media is proud to present a division of the Unhappy Hour Sports Show, Strictly Football.
It's the Unhappy Hour.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here on this special split episode of Strictly Football. We're looking strictly straight ahead at the upcoming week where Mike Bara is going to attend an NFL game. Not your first of the season, your second of the season?
First, I was going to go to the Arizona game. I didn't make it.
Oh, okay.
I had to go out of town to speak at a UFO conference. But I am drinking the cane sugar Dr. Pepper I just picked up at Walmart out of my Seahawks whiskey and wisdom.
That's a Seahawks whiskey and wisdom cup?
Yeah, see, whiskey and wisdom, and Seahawks on the other side, and aliens. So,
okay,
I'll let you know if it's better than the high fructose corn sugar.
Anything is better than high fructose corn crap, I believe. Do you sell those on your site? And tell us about that show, the Whiskey and Wisdom, by the way.
No, Whiskey and Wisdom is just a Wednesday podcast. We didn't do it last night, actually. It's a Wednesday podcast that I do with a couple friends of mine, just talking about the kind of shit the guys talk about, except for football. They're not really big football guys. So.
That's why we exist here. That's why we are proud to have Jim Mitchell joining us to talk football. You were the third member of the team. Happy to have you, Jim. How you feeling today?
I'm doing well. I mean, it's kind of nice doing it at 1,300 hours, huh? Or actually 1,315 at this point. I'm drinking Tahoe Springs from my friend Anthony Panetti here in Las Vegas.
Anthony Panetti. He sounds like the guy that's
Mr. Panetti. Mr. Panetti is not connected.
Anthony Panetti sounds like the type of guy that should be making the pizza in the backyard, although you're the pizza guy.
Although Regina's best friend in Florida, Elena Gambino, she would be.
Forget about it. Ez'Ryel Pickens, Ez'Ryel Robinson, fourth member of the team. How are you today, sir?
I'm great.
What are you sipping on? You got anything?
Water.
Water. Yeah, for the first time in I don't know how long, I don't have a beverage in front of me. I got to get this corrected, and we will.
Water.
Cheers to everybody. All right, so we're going to look ahead at this week. New format, so we get to figure out exactly how we want to do this. Mike Bara, do you want to pull up Jim's betting trend? Do we want to go to betting trends, and then we'll make our picks? Probably.
Yeah, I think a little general discussion of the games we see coming up, and then betting trends, and then we do our picks, and we're in and out of here in hour and a half. So
heck yeah.
As I look forward to the week 11 here in the NFL, it's interesting. I think you can argue that the four best teams in the NFC are playing each other this week. I think the Rams and the Seahawks are 1 and 2 in whichever order you have them. They're playing in Los Angeles. I hope to be at that game, weather permitting. And then the Lions in Philadelphia are playing on Sunday night. And I'd say that they're third and fourth in the NFL. So I think that's pretty exciting. You got Denver and Kansas City playing on the AFC side of the house, which is a big game, and so you got some marquee matchups this week, and of course, nothing can top the biggest game of the weekend, which is the Redskins at the Dolphins, of course.
Yes, Redskins, Dolphins. I don't know. I thought the Browns playing anybody might rival that, but I digress. Yeah, it's great this type of this part of the season, rather, because we've separated the wheat from the chaff. We've sort of figured out who the good teams are, who the bad teams are. Izzy, what are you kind of looking at this week? Are you paying extra attention to fun stuff like firings in New York and maybe famous Jameis time at quarterback? Any games have your particular interest this week?
Yeah, I'm looking forward for my Cowboys to beat the Raiders this week. So hopefully we get a win. But besides that, yeah, how Jameis Winston does, and just a couple key matchups and divisions to look out for, or yeah, conference rivals. So
how do you feel about the 3-5-1 Cowboys? Do you feel like you still have a shot at something, or like how are you feeling there in Cowboy Nation?
This one boxer says, I very feel.
Who says this? I very feel.
Yeah. No, it's this one guy from Ukraine. He barely speaks English, and they were like, "How do you feel after that fight?" He says, "I very feel."
I very feel. I love that. We need to put that on some dice. Jim.
So he talks like Boris and Natasha from Rocky and Bullwinkle, right?
I bet he feel. Oh man, there's a reference there. Hey, Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle, yeah.
All right. Well, maybe let's kind of just go through chronologically. I pulled up here on ESPN. We're going to get to the fun best of the best games as they pop here. Maybe, well, I guess I could do the scoreboard here, or we could just maybe pull up your betting trends.
Yeah, I think the betting trends is a good idea, and Izzy, it's going to be interesting seeing Jameis Winston out there for the Giants. So
there's a prop bet on Winston, 2.5 over under interceptions.
Well, I would take the over on that one if I was going to bet this week. So
yeah, that's a tricky
one. Jameis time.
All right, Mike, did you share out on X? I was looking on Seahawk Boy Mike B.
Yes, I did. I have not put it to Seahawk Boy Mike B yet, but I do have Jim's betting tips up on the screen.
Oh, let me click.
It doesn't start with the Redskins Dolphins game of the week, but it does. It is there.
All right, here. Let's make this the biggest. There we go.
There we go.
One off the screen from my side as well. All right. Well, I guess it is starting the same place that ESPN was.
And yeah, take that down there, and now Izzy can come back.
All right. Well, Jim, let's start. Jets at Patriots. Patriots giving 12.5. Ooh, that's a big line.
It is a big line. It's a division game.
Mm-hmm.
51 degrees and rain forecasted for this game. Over-under is going to be 43.5. And it's pretty much stayed there all week. This game opened at 11.5, and it's been bet up to 12.5. I don't have any. Let's see. Garrett Wilson is out of this game. Wide receiver for the Jets. He will not be playing. The Jets are 16-29 against the spread on the road. They are a miserable 1-10 straight up versus teams with a winning record. And there's no doubt in your military mind that the Patriots do have a winning record this year. The Patriots are 7-1 against the spread versus the Jets. They are 4-1 straight up at home versus the Jets. And overall, they are 7-0 straight up and 6-1 against the spread this season. Favorites of 4 points or more are 51-19-1 straight up. This number is climbing every week. If you're paying attention to this stat, that's a pretty important stat, especially if you're a money line player. Double-digit favorites are 14-11 against the spread, and double-digit favorites are 24-3 straight up. That's another money line indicator.
Jim, let me ask you a quick question about the money line. I don't do the gambling, so this is for the 101 level college class here. The bigger the spread, what is it? They just calculate a different algorithm so you can win less. It's you're less likely to win much of anything based on the size of the spread. How does it work?
Yeah, that would apply on a straight bet. A straight bet is defined as just taking one team, like Mike did this week. Mike went down to the Suncoast and he got 3 points with the Seahawks. So Mike got roughly, he got 11 to 10 on his money. If you bet the money line favorite on a one team bet, you're not going to get anything close to 11 to 10. And in this game here, it's probably not even worth the gas in your tank to go down to the sports book if you're going to bet the money line, because 12.5, you would just be betting an awful lot of money to win your money back plus a couple of dollars. So
a couple of bucks. So okay, I'm sorry. You had one more stat to go before I ask you a question.
Yeah, home favorites of 7 points or more are 4-13 against the spread in primetime night games.
So everything about this game. First of all, let me ask you another question. You know, the spread opens up, and then sometimes it moves depending on how the money is coming in. Right. Does the spread ever move back and forth? I mean, unless there's news, like, you know, Sam Darnold is going to miss the Seahawks game. Unless there's news, does the spread typically only move in one direction during the week, or can it fluctuate?
No, it fluctuates. In fact, there was a few games this week. Let's see, is it this week or was it last week? The San Francisco Cardinal game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say San Francisco, Santa Clara, and the Cardinals.
Yes.
This game opened at 3. It went to 2.5 on Tuesday, and it's back up to 3. So that usually tells you if there's no significant injuries on either team, that tells you that money is going back and forth on the team. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty prevalent, especially in division games, because the teams are familiar with each other. But usually in the first part of the week, the point spread is figured on historical statistics, primarily on this season, because football teams now, ever since free agency, I think since 1991 when free agency started coming in, the whole idea was to get rid. There's no more real dynasties anymore in football. Like, you know, back in the 80s and early 90s, it was the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers when they were in San Francisco. I mean, these were always the predominant teams that you could probably figure, you know, had to have a chance at the Super Bowl. But there's two primary things that make point spreads change. The number one primary thing is money. Which side of the team is being bet after that number comes out on Monday? The second thing that would affect a point spread are injuries.
Okay, so this game, it seems like what you're saying is it screams money line. Don't bet the spread. It's too big a spread, you know, and you're not going to make jack shit on the money line. So maybe don't even bother.
So in other words, my recommendation is that it's that phrase, you do not need the game.
Yeah.
Here's a question. When you gamble, is it better, in your opinion, or backed up by stats, to be the first one to make the bet, you know, to be in that first, as soon as the line drops, to make that initial bet? Or does it benefit you to hang tight, watch the changing of the tides as it recalibrates based on the early action and the point spread?
It can go either way. So if you got a good number, like I felt like I had to rush out there yesterday to get my Seahawks bet in at 3 points because I was afraid it was going to go to 2.5. as the smart money started coming in. So I got lucky.
Usually when teams, if you like to bet favorites and you see a team on Monday that comes out as a favorite, it's probably better to bet it as soon as you can, because chances are that number possibly will be going up. And there's a good chance that it would go up. If the number comes out like 4.5, Vegas is telling you that that team will more than likely win the game if it's over 3.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, by the way, in this game, Patriots are looking to extend their winning streak and to stay unbeaten in the AFC.
You know, the thing is, Brian, it's difficult to win 2 games in a row in the NFL. It's damn near impossible to win 3 games in a row in the NFL. And I think the Patriots are up to 4 or 5 at this point. So you got to figure the bubble's going to burst, that maybe the Jets are going to have their Miami game from last week, but I just don't see it. So,
well, the Patriots are up to 7 in a row, I believe.
Yeah, a win on Thursday would be the Patriots' 8th straight, extending their longest win streak since 2021, when they last qualified for the playoffs. And then it would put them 3-0 in the AFC East, maintaining their lead over the defending division champion Bills, who are 6-3, 2-2 in the division. So, yeah, 7-game winning streak, going for 8.
So that was when that was the last time they qualified.
What's that?
Last time they made the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah,
it was a few years ago. Playoffs? You kidding me?
Brady.
Playoffs?
Really?
I just hope we can win a game.
Well played.
All
right. So those are the some of the storylines there. I mean, the 7-game winning streak is wild. Yeah, that was double what you were thinking, Mike.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really difficult. So the law of averages catches up with you, but it sure doesn't look like it's going to be this week. Not to this team. So it'd be very shocking.
Well, let's see if the Patriots give up a kick return touchdown and a punt return touchdown. The Jets can beat anybody, apparently, if they do that.
But here's the crazy thing, Jim. Let me ask you this. Would it be insane, given that 8-game winning streaks in the NFL are almost unheard of? I mean, maybe one team a year has a streak like that. Maybe one team every 2 years. Is it insane to throw a small amount, $25, $20, down on the Jets and take the points? Is that crazy? Or is that a good bet?
No, it's not crazy. In fact, I don't know. No, I don't know in this particular case. I mean, look at the second stat there. Jets are 1-10 straight up versus teams with a winning record. You know, are you going to?
But if you're getting 12.5, I mean, if you're getting 12.5,
you're getting 12.5. You're getting 12.5, but it's you're throwing money at a 1-10 chance of them winning. Not winning the game, but finishing within a touchdown, and that's what you want. Is if you're going to take the Jets in 12.5, you don't want to be beat by more than a touchdown, because if it's more than a touchdown and there's 2 minutes to go, the Patriots could conceivably drive down the field, tie the game, and then it goes into OT. But if it goes into OT, you're gold, because with the overtime rules, they're not going to cover the point spread.
Yeah, you're locked in at that point when it's that large. Izzy, you were shaking your head. What did you think about the streakiness and jumping in on that?
Nothing. I was just saying that, what I was thinking is that I don't think it'd be a bad idea to throw $20 down on the Jets. I mean, like, if you have the 20 to waste, I mean, like, the chances of them winning are low, but I mean, like, the payout should be high, right? So, but I don't see it. At the end of the day, I don't see it happening.
If you bet the money line, the payout would be extremely high.
Okay.
If you threw $25 down on the Jets, but if you took the Jets, with the point spread minus 12.5, you're still going to get 11-10 on your money, which is still.
And then with the point spread, is it that you're taking the over on the point spread, or can you do the under? Like if they beat them by X amount,
Well,
or if they beat them by under?
You're getting it. You can get into the realm of teaser bets, and there's you can buy 6 points, 6.5 points, and add that onto the point spread. So if you add on 6 points, you could get the Jets plus 18.5 on a teaser. And teasers are usually played with parlays. But if anytime you tease a team up or down, you're going to lose the payout. So in other words, a 3-team parlay would normally pay 6-1 odds if you just had a 3-team parlay with the existing number. But if you tease that number down, you could, theoretically you could tease it all the way down to only getting 3-1 on your money.
Yeah, if you bet the Jets and take the points, a $20 wager only gets you a $20 win. So it's 1-to-1 basically. Your 20 becomes 40. So
yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to Redskins at Dolphins. This is going to be played in iconic Santiago Bernabeu Stadium, home to Real Madrid CF, for the first ever NFL game played in Spain. Jim, what say you?
This is forecast in Spain is supposed to be 55 degrees and rain. I've got 80 degrees. That's the temperature in Miami.
So you anticipate it going to rain on the plains in Spain?
The rain in Spain, yes.
Will fall
Mainly on the
mainly
plane.
on the plane.
Yeah. Redskins are 16-14 against the spread. They are 1-7 against the spread the last 8 road games. Teams that played the Lions the week before are 8-14 straight up and 6-16 against the spread the week after. Tua is 3-10 straight up. So, this not a lot of information on this game. It's a Europe game. I would
Don't touch it, but take the Redskins, or no, don't touch it, but take the Dolphins. Right?
Yeah.
I'd take the
I mean,
Dolphins.
it's a small number. 2.5 is not a big number to lay. If you think the Dolphins are going to win 2 in a row, go ahead and lay the 2.5.
Fun fact to this game: Mike McDaniel was an assistant coach in Washington in 2011 to 2013, and he said that's one of the most formative stops of his career. So, going back to the team that he used to work with, pretty interesting. All right, that's the only international game this week, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and let me be the first to say on this show, fuck Real Madrid, okay?
Izzy, do you have a soccer preference? Do you have any rooting? You're like, nope.
Hey, Izzy, let me just clue you in, okay? Manchester City is your club now. Make that your club. We're going to bring you in. You're going to become an Oasis fan and do the Poznan. Go look it up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, if you happen to have an extra ticket and you take Izzy to the game, I'm sure he's going to owe you one. So we'll see.
Well, that's true. I mean, Dave Bara could still bag out on me, or something like that could happen, or the weather could even force us to come back. Izzy, if that's the case, stay in touch. I'll send you the tickets. You may as well enjoy them if I can't make it. The mountain weather stops me.
Oh my goodness! All right, we'll see how that goes. All right, let's look at Panthers Falcons. Jim, Falcons are giving 3.5, hosting the Panthers after a tough loss.
Yeah, this game opened at 3.5. It's still 3.5 as of a half hour ago at Boyd Sports. Over under is 42.5. Panthers are 4-17 straight up on the road. They are 7-11 against the spread on the road. And they are 2-2 straight up versus the Falcons at Atlanta. So this could be a corner TV game. Falcons. I don't have any injury reports on this game.
It's going to be look. This is a rushing attack between Rico Dowdle, third in the league, and then you got the two-headed beast of Bijan and Tyler over for the Falcons. It's going to be a good game for watching some dynamic runners
Jim, do you think that this line is Falcons plus 3.5 at home? I would have thought +3, not 3.5. But do you think it's based on that they've played better the last couple of weeks? They had 2 road games. They actually played better in both of them. Could have beaten the Patriots. Went into overtime. And then the Panthers just wild inconsistency and Bryce Young.
I think it's probably more based the Panthers' wild inconsistency on the road. I mean, they were a terrible road team up until a couple of weeks ago, and they started winning games on the road and covering point spreads. But division game, NFC South, 4-17 straight up on the road. I mean, that's not very good.
Yeah. That's very good.
Not very good. It's below average. Plus the the Falcons are an indoor team. I mean, they're a fast track team. I have no interest whatsoever in betting this game.
You're staying away.
Staying away.
Well, let's go on to the next one. We have Buccaneers at Bills. Bills are giving 6. Buccaneers coming off a tough loss. Actually, both of them. Buccaneers and Bills coming off tough losses.
Yeah, this game opened at 5.5. It has been bet up to 6. The over/under has gone down substantially in this game. The over/under opened at 49.5, and it's gone down to 47.5. 51 degrees and rain forecasted in Buffalo. The Buccaneers are 17-5 against the spread on the road. It's a pretty good number. Bills are 21-7 straight up after a loss. They are 14-1 straight up at home. Bills are 16-13 against the spread overall. They are 10-3 straight up versus the NFC. They are 14-6 straight up versus playoff teams.
Well, I'm sorry, Jim. What kind of teams did it?
I think he was talking about teams that they enter the postseason, and then they're able to make the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Yeah,
playoffs?
I mean,
me?
No.
Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
I mean, me too.
For some reason, it only plays once, and then it just goes blank. So I have to keep uploading it every time you say that. It would be great if the software worked right and you could just leave it in the background and
play. We should be able to upload it as a video clip.
Yeah, that's true. I did locally source it.
I got to put that as the homework for me. I need to find a way to record it and then load it as a video.
Yeah,
clip.
all I can do is local. It says local video, so I can share a local video and let it sit there. So it's there now in case.
Okay.
All right. So
I just hope we can win a game.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
Style playoffs.
Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
No, people in Buffalo were asking that same question. Like, are we a playoff team? We just got rocked by the Dolphins. This is crazy. But we're going to see how they bounce back. I mean, both Baker and the Bills, both teams have something to prove this week.
Yeah, Jim, what do you feel? Think about this game. I mean, I'm never betting the Bills again after last week, after the way they just pissed all over, that whole debacle. They got debacled by the to quote Emmitt Smith, they got debacled by the Dolphins, the lowly Dolphins. But the Buccaneers are kind of struggling too.
Historically, these numbers are screaming Buffalo, but I agree with you, Mike. I mean, the Bills are, I don't want to say they're not a good football team at this point, but they've lost themselves somewhere. I don't know if they're just Josh Allen dependent. I don't know if it's the cancer in the locker room with Stephon Diggs, which seems like everywhere he goes, that happens.
Yeah.
And he's like the consummate journeyman. I mean, he's like one and done, and the team's just we're done with you. We're moving you on. We're going to get a 4th round trade pick, for you. And
I mean, every number last week pointed to the Bills, and they still didn't lose. They got destroyed.
Well,
So,
every number pointed to the Bills just because there was just a lot of history between them and the Dolphins. You know, and the Dolphins just
twice a year.
They know each other real well, but the Bills historically destroyed the Dolphins, even in Miami. You know, I don't care. I don't care if the humidity is 101%. You know, they win the game.
Izzy, I saw you kind of making faces about that. That Bills game was a bit of a surprise. What do you attribute the struggles?
I'd say the receivers. I mean, depending how the team and systems put together, I do believe the Bills are very Josh Allen dependent. If he has an off day, then the team's gonna have an off day. But besides James Cook and him going for like a substantial amount of yards, realistically, who's Josh Allen throwing the ball to? Was it Khalil Shakir and friends? Like me personally, I know the names, but I don't know him good enough for them to be the number one target or for the reliable guy. Because what was it last year? It was Gabe Davis, and it's like Gabe Davis. He's not even doing a lot on Jacksonville. So I just believe it's Josh Allen dependent with him and his friends that he's throwing the ball to. It's not a substantial wide receiver one like it was with Stephon Diggs. So I really don't believe they'll do a lot in the playoffs, or even if they make it. So
yeah, and looking at James Cook, he's got 920 yards on the season, 7 touchdowns. I mean, he's having a very solid season. But look, these are very similarly matched teams. They're both 6-3. They're both 4-1. Buccaneers are 4-1 away, and the Bills are 4-1 at home. I mean, immovable object meets the unstoppable force. I don't know. That's gonna be a fun game. I'll watch any Baker Mayfield game. That's for sure.
It's gonna be a great game at the end of the day.
One other thing, if this game were 30 degrees and lakefront snow, you'd probably see 7.5, 8 in this game.
They're telling me here it's going to be 41 degrees and a little overcast. I think that's different. You had 50 on yours for the temperature?
51. Well, that's going to be the high that day. And
okay. Yeah, they're projecting 41 at least on ESPN.
Yeah, this is going to be 10 o'clock Pacific time, so it'll be
it'll cool off. Yeah,
it'll be 1 o'clock Eastern time.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. We have Chargers, Jaguars. What is the line there? Chargers giving 3, only 3. Oh,
only 3.
I would take Chargers giving 3. It seems like
this game opened at 2.5. It's been bet up to 3, so there's Charger money coming in. 80 degrees in Jacksonville Sunday and sunny, so the weather is going to be fine. Chargers are 14-5 against the spread versus the AFC. They are 5-8 straight up versus teams with winning records. And the Jaguars are 5-1 against the spread as a home dog.
By the way, Chargers are looking to win 4 in a row. They've won 3 in a row now. It's sitting at 7-3. I know, Mike, you don't think much of the Chargers, but 7-3, and they've won 3 in a row, and it's something.
Vikings, Titans, and Steelers. Again, this is a game that, from a betting perspective, I wouldn't even think about it because I don't know what's going to happen. The Jaguars are weak without Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter's out.
But they're at home. And the Chargers, I just don't think are that good in spite of their winning 3 in a row. But I don't think I'd want to bet this game. But I kind of think the Chargers are going to win. But I wouldn't want to bet this game.
Yeah. I agree. If I were able to bet, I don't think I'd bet the game neither because I felt like the line's a lot closer because the Chargers O-line isn't that good, and that the Jaguars defense is okay, but it's like even if they're okay against the Chargers, what can Justin Herbert do, and can Trevor Lawrence reciprocate that on the other side without Travis Hunter? So I mean, like you saw what happened last week. I thought he was going to throw for a lot more yards. He only threw for 140, 150. So, I don't think he's going to do a lot. So it's a toss up in my opinion. Like I wouldn't touch it at all.
Yeah, and obviously the Chargers missing Omarion Hampton and Najee Harris. They're going with Kamani Vidal, but he's had his 3rd game with at least 100 yards from scrimmage. Lad McConkey trying to get 6th consecutive game with 50 yards receiving. Keenan Allen, they have weapons. They have weapons over there, but they definitely have some injuries too. Yeah, I guess if my gut instinct says take the Chargers giving 3, but we shall see. Did you have any other points on this one, Jim?
No, other than Travis Hunter's out. Mike already brought that up.
Yeah, and that impacts both sides of the ball to some degree, of course.
Sorry, Jim. I'm always stepping on your talking.
No, it was good Jaguar knowledge there, Mike.
Good Jaguar knowledge. All right, next game, Bears, Vikings. Vikings are giving 2.5. Wait, they're giving 2.5 to the. All right, I'm intrigued. I'm smelling Vikings plus 2.5. That's my gut instinct. What say you? What jumps off the screen at you in the trends?
Well, this game opened at Vikings -3. It was bet down to 2.5. So your inclination is correct there, Brian. There is Chicago money coming in on this game.
Yeah.
Division game. Bears are 18-34 straight up. Not good. Bears are 7-24 straight up on the road. Below not good. Vikings are 9-2 straight up versus the Bears the last 11 games. And the Vikings are 3-2 straight up at home versus the Bears. So the Bears tend to play a little bit better against the Vikings when they're on the road against the Vikings. And that's what this game is. I think the Bears, the last couple of weeks, the Bears, I think, have been on the upswing, and I think the Vikings have been on a slight downhill swing. So that's probably the indicator of the number going from 3 to 2.5.
Yeah, I would add a couple of points. Wide receiver DJ Moore has a banged up shoulder, and he's sucked as of late. In fact, my fantasy league, we dropped him. He was playing so poorly. JJ McCarthy has been wearing a wrap on his throwing hand, limited in practice after hitting it on a helmet after following through on a pass last week. So, it's not like he's been lighting it up to Jefferson anyway, and now his hand is dinged up, is he?
Yeah, speaking of fantasy, if you have AJ Brown, he recommends that you drop him in the fantasy league. I don't know if you guys seen that.
Oh wow. We'll get to AJ Brown and the Eagles in a second.
Yeah, he was on a stream, one of the streamers I watch, and he said that, so it was pretty funny. But back to Justin Jefferson. I mean, I don't think he's cracked over 60 yards in the past 4 games. So it's like, I don't understand how you're not getting the ball to Justin Jefferson. I mean, out of every quarterback he's played with in his career,
rookie quarterback. That's part of it.
I mean, you can say that, but out of every quarterback he's played with, it seems like he was quarterback immune leading up to this point. So I don't know what's happening in that scheme that they're running over there.
All right, Jim, what's standing out to you?
This is a division game. This is a stay away game for me. I think it'd be an interesting game to watch, but I'm not. If the Vikings had another quarterback other than JJ McCarthy, I'm not a JJ McCarthy guy. I'm not real high on his skill or lack of thereof. But I would not bet this game. This is a watchable game. It's not a corner TV game. It's an NFC Central game. I mean, it's
like late in the day on Fox or CBS or whichever.
Yeah, you're a couple of beers in. It's a good game to watch.
Yeah, it'll be hard nosed.
I like the Bears. I like Caleb Williams over JJ McCarthy. The Vikings have a good defense, but the Bears have put up 30 points a game, give or take, the last 2 weeks against not great defenses. The Vikings are a little better than that, but I gotta think the Viking or the Bears are going to get to the mid-20s on the scoreboard, and I don't think the Vikings can top that.
Yeah.
So
I kind of agree with what Mike says. I don't think there's going to be any fingernail varnish involved in this game. So
no, but I don't. I mean, Caleb Williams has shown that he can make plays to win games. He just showed it last week. So
I think the Bears are getting progressively better under Ben Johnson.
Yeah,
I think Ben Johnson and Caleb have finally done the Vulcan mind meld, and I think that they're on the same page.
Starting to rub off on him, yeah.
They're also starting to sync up with Romo Dunze, second year wide receiver. He leads the team in receptions and targets, in I think yards and touchdowns. So definitely, as DJ Moore's fallen off over there, Odunze has taken the place as the clear favorite for the second year quarterback, Caleb Williams. And that stuff matters. When Joe Burrow knows he can go to Jamar Chase, you start to lock in. It really starts to define the offense, and Chicago's starting to click a little bit. So yeah, I definitely like Chicago in this one personally.
I wouldn't bet it. I wouldn't bet it. I wouldn't bet this game because I don't know what's going on.
No. Like I said before, I wouldn't bet this game. This isn't a corner TV game, but it's a watchable game. But it's as far as making a monetary investment, no, I'm not interested.
Gotcha. All right. Do you want to move on to Packers Giants?
Packers Giants. Green Bay opened at 7.5 on Monday. It's been bet down to 7. 58 degrees and rain in New Jersey at game time. The over-under opened at 44.5. That has also been bet down to 42.5, probably because of the weather.
Can I also tell you one other reason why? Number one, you're on your third quarterback for the Giants, Jameis Winston, although we know he can throw for 500 yards and 6 touchdowns. Might be 7 interceptions, but he can do that. But Jordan Love hasn't thrown a touchdown pass during Green Bay's current 2-game losing streak. No touchdowns, 2 games in a row from Jordan Love. You got to get better production than that.
Well, that wouldn't necessarily affect the over/under. I mean, Winston has a 50% capability of throwing to the other team also, and that'll put points up on the board, and that'll raise the over/under.
Mike, you were saying about 73?
Yeah, Jordan Love hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in his last 73 throws. That's extraordinary, and it's a problem. And it's been since the tight end Kraft, is that his name? Tucker Kraft went out, and it's affected their offense. And they better find a schematic solution or something because they're in a little bit of trouble. They may not be in trouble this week because Jameis is the gift that keeps on giving. And look, I got to be honest. I'm a Russ guy. I understand that maybe the team has lost confidence in him or whatever. I don't think that's fair, but I'm hoping for a Jameis Winston implosion this weekend. I got to admit it because I just am because I root for my guys. I'm like you with Baker.
I like famous Jameis though. He came in for the Browns. I liked him. That snow globe game against the Steelers.
I know.
Diving and spinning in for that game-winning touchdown. That was a lot of fun to watch. By the way, quick point in the comments section, Lake Leon says about Mike earlier in the show, Dr. Pepper, that's made 30 miles from me in Dublin, Texas.
All right. Well,
shout out.
Let me just tell you that Dr. Pepper I just had didn't even taste like Dr. Pepper. It was really weird, and I threw most of it out. So I'm just going to go back to the regular canned stuff with the high fructose corn syrup because it tastes more like what I expect Dr. Pepper.
All right, Jim. Which
anyway, you want to go through the numbers here?
Let's knock them out. Yes, sir.
Packers are 11-6-1 straight up when favored by 4 points or more. Favorites of 4 or more points are 51-19-1 straight up. The Giants are 6-15 against the spread as a dog. Jameis is 2-8 against the spread. His last 10 games where he starts. Teams that make a midseason change at coach are 10-5 against the spread that very next game. And Brian, you and I talked about that before we hit the go button on the show this afternoon.
Yeah, I was very curious how that plays out mathematically, trends-wise.
That is a weird trend, and I don't know if players just play harder because they've had their fill of the head coach the past couple of years, and it's Mike would probably call that the Pete Carroll syndrome.
It's the sort of it's just a bounce. You get a little bit of a bounce from the new leadership.
Right.
Well, also you could have a bounce, but also imagine you're at any company. Imagine yourself working some job. Yeah. Your direct report, the person you're reporting to gets swapped out and fired. you're kind of going to be on your best behavior. You got to try to prove yourself to a brand new regime leader now. Like,
Right.
it's like, hey, all right. Let me show you
There's that. And, the players are probably complaining about what the problems are. They know the problems better than anybody else. Yep. And they're probably the guy they pick is maybe the guy they've been bitching to about the head coach for the last 6 weeks. So now you better step up and show him what, all the things you're complaining about, hey, let me play 2 yards farther back from the line of scrimmage. I can read better and make more plays in the running game. You better come through. So there's all those aspects of it too.
Yeah, Brian would agree with that. Players know props better than anybody else, especially if you play for the Cleveland Indians.
Man, Class A, exactly. All right, Bengals, Steelers.
Wait, before we go there, can I ask you this, Jim? I think I kind of look at this game and I like the Packers on the money line for a bet because I just don't think there's any way the Giants are going to win. All your Giants favored stuff there is kind of against the spread. I don't know.
I think this number, personally, I think this number is inflated. I think that 7 is just too high.
Yeah.
Oh, like it's going to be a high scoring game, in my opinion. Even though they haven't been doing a lot. I mean, it's just Jameis Winston versus Jordan Love. I feel like they're going to air it out a lot. Jameis, like you said, 50% chance to throw an interception, probably 50% chance to go deep. And same thing with Jordan Love. I mean, I haven't seen it with him, but like he likes to go deep a lot. So depending on how it goes, I could see like a 21-34 game and then out.
You think Jameis is going to eat a W?
Or some crab legs.
Anybody remember that?
Yeah. Still some school food, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Man, Jameis, he's one of my favorite characters in sports. It's just the fact that the Browns got to rent him for a little bit. What an interesting character. I can't wait till he begins his actual sermons post-playing career. I'm curious to see where he's going to end up as a commentator.
Hopefully he's a commentator. I would love to see that. On ESPN or something. Exactly.
At Joe's Crab Shack franchise.
Shout out to the place I used to bartend. Yes. Joe's Crab Shack.
Crab Shack.
The Crab Shack. I remember the
crab shack. I just hope I can eat some W's.
No, he got all those free crab legs.
Yes,
to him. Remember that?
Absolutely. Can't blame the kid. I'll take some free crab too.
I gotta look at my Boyd Sports app and see if there's any Jameis prop bets on here, Jim. I don't know where I'd find those, but I'm looking for them.
That's good crab knowledge, Mike.
Yeah.
All right, Bengals, Steelers. Jim, Steelers giving 5.5 in this one. 60 degrees, partly cloudy. This might be the battle for the AFC North. Also, don't count out the Ravens, but this is a very big game. I feel like the Steelers are feeling the pressure more than the Bengals. But what say you?
Yeah, this game opened at 5.5. It is still 5.5 this afternoon at Boyd Sports, that app that Mike is looking at on his phone right now. There you go. Bengals are 1-5 against the spread after a bye week, or after playing Thursday night. So the Bengals are just miserable coming off a bye week, kind of like Todd Bowles coming off a bye week. Steelers are 12-6 against the spread at home. They are 13-25-2 against the spread when favored by 4 points or more. That's below average. Steelers are 2-3 straight up at home versus the Bengals. They are 24-13-1 against the spread versus the Bengals, historically. And favorites of 4 points or more, again, this number pops up, 51-19-1 straight up. I think this game goes by Aaron Rodgers' attitude, and he had Rodgers had the grumpy face on last week. He had the big eye roll when he would overthrow one of his receivers, or one of his receivers wouldn't look the ball in, and started running before they actually caught it. So he's got very little patience with his receivers.
Well, and also he's the oldest active player in the NFL, 41 years old. Only 16-31 last year, a touchdown and 2 picks, one of which wasn't his fault. But yeah, that's not looking good. On the Bengals side, Flacco is expected to play despite dealing with a sprained AC joint in his right throwing shoulder. Here's another note. Quarterback Joe Burrow with a left big toe has now opened his 21-day window to return, although he's already been ruled out. Keep your eyes peeled for Burrow to come back. Defensive end Trey Hendrickson with a hip, likely to miss his second straight game and his third in the last 4. And by the way, Joe Flacco expected to make his 200th career start, and he's averaging a league-high 313.5 passing yards over the 4 starts since he was traded away from Cleveland on October 7. Crazy stats for Flacco, Mike.
I'm taking I would take, this is a game I might also consider betting, and I would take the Flaccos and the points. You're going to give me 5.5 points. The way their offense has been playing, and Flacco threw for 470 yards, second biggest performance in yardage last week, I think it was, against the Steelers defense that's in the bottom third. Let me double check that. Yeah, the bottom third of the league, giving up 24.5 points a game. I like, and where are the Bengals now in terms of scoring per game?
Well, they're definitely getting more yards a game.
They're up to 24. So I'm gonna like me some Bengals and your 5.5 points. Thank you. I might just take you up on that.
I'll say the last few games here for the Bengals, they've scored 42, 38, 33, 18, 24. So
yeah, that was before Flacco. So Flacco's only been there for 3 games.
So they're 2 games behind the Steelers. They're 3-6, which is below average, but the Steelers are only 5-4. So that division is still really tight.
It is. And yeah, the Ravens aren't out of it at all. But I would just add, watching the Steelers last week, they look like a totally different defense. They look like the traditional Steelers flying around, making really hard-nosed plays. They look like a different defense to me. I don't know exactly what changed, but I would keep your eye peeled on that. Izzy, you seemed animated about this one. Maybe that you would like taking the Bengals and the points too?
Yeah, us Gen Z people, we call it the Unk Bowl. So you got 2 40-year-olds going after each other. So I mean, we saw what happened a couple weeks ago when they faced off. It was a really great game. I'm sort of expecting the same thing. And Aaron Rodgers, he does seem to get frustrated. I mean, ever since he lost Devontae Adams, just the young guys, it's like I kind of feel like he's just like, what are you doing? Like, I've been in the league for so long. How are you messing this up? And Joe Flacco is just out there trying to ball. So I feel yeah, exactly. For Joe, I feel like this is like the easiest it's been in his career to get the ball to a receiver, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. So
what was the score on that game the first time they played?
44-41, I think, something like that.
Yeah. I don't see the Steelers getting that many points, even though the Bengals defense isn't very good.
Yeah, Sam, me neither.
It was what is this? The Bengals won 33-31. Yeah.
Okay, 33-31. There we go.
Yeah, that's not really. You're an Ohio guy, and I'm a Pennsylvania guy. I mean, I went to school in Pennsylvania. I'm not familiar with the west side of the state. What's the bus trip, Brian, from Cincinnati to Pittsburgh?
Oh, I'll double check that one. I don't know. I mean, Cleveland to Pittsburgh is what, like an hour and a half or 2 hours?
Yeah, it's not far. I mean, everything back east is real close. But,
yeah, I mean, the Bengals have averaged 37 points a game the last 3 weeks with Flacco. I see them scoring 30, and I don't see the Steelers getting there based on everything you've talked about Aaron Rodgers' attitude. And remember, last year, the Steelers, first 7 weeks Russell Wilson started, they were letting him do things his way. They were averaging 31 points a game. And then Arthur Smith demanded that he not be allowed to check out of his plays. The bottom fell out. The offense dropped to about 16 points a game. There were other factors. George Pickens got injured and things like that, and guys were dropping the ball all over the place. But it's almost like we're on the same curve. It's almost like, now the Steelers seem to be starting to fade offensively, and both quarterbacks are older. So Russell, and so now we're going to see, does this trend repeat itself?
By the way, Jim, Cincinnati to Pittsburgh is 4 hours 22 minutes under ideal conditions, 283 miles.
Yeah, I'm talking myself into the Bengals is what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good bet. I mean, I'll take the 5.5 all day. Division game, and
I'm telling you, that Steelers defense just looked different. We'll see how it shakes out after the game.
Well, the thing.
Does TJ Watt still play every week?
Yeah.
I mean,
is he on the team? Is TJ Watt?
I was thinking that last
I
show.
got a TJ Watt stat. You know, when he's not in the game, I mean, the Steelers are supposed to suck, but I mean, has he been showing up every week?
Not really. And you know, again, the Steelers. Let's look at the scoring defense. The Steelers are just middling. Right? Where are they? They're in the middle of the pack. I'm looking for them. Why am I not seeing them?
Yeah, the Steelers DBs aren't that good this year. I think I said that last week.
Yeah, the Steelers, again, bottom third in scoring, 24 points. Here's the thing. I don't see how if the Steelers win, I see it being a 3-point win or a 1-point win or something like that. I don't see any way that they beat the Bengals by 6. And I'm inclined to just think the Bengals are going to win the game.
Well, straight up in division, the Bengals are 2-0 straight up in division, and the Steelers are split. They're 1-1 in division. So,
all right.
I don't know. I kind of like myself some AFC North this week.
All right. Well, this is the end of page 1 here. I don't know if we have page 2 available, Mr. Mike.
Page 2 is right there.
Perfect. This is going to be Texans at Titans. Texans are only giving 5.5. Ooh, that sounds good. What say you?
Yeah, division game. This game has been all over the board. This game opened Texans 7.5. It's been bet down to 7 the next day. It got bet down again to 6.5, and this afternoon it's Texans 5.5. So we've had a 2-point swing in this game. Like I said, division game. Favorites of 4 or more points are 51-19 and 1 straight up. Weather's supposed to be nice in Nashville Sunday, 66 degrees and sunny. The Titans are 5-21 against the spread. They're a miserable 1-11 against the spread at home. And they are 0-4 straight up at home versus the Texans. So I don't have any explanation as to why there's Titan money coming in. Have there been any significant injuries on?
Let me take a look. CJ Stroud is going to miss a second straight game in concussion protocol. That's like the number one. But we saw Davis Mills perform admirably.
Yeah. So I mean, I like Houston to win this game, but I don't think I'm going to give 5.5 points just because it's not CJ Stroud, it's Davis Mills. But
offensive tackle Titus Howard came back to practice after sitting out Jacksonville with a concussion. Kai Fairbairn quadriceps and safety Jalen Petrie concussion also miss a second consecutive game for the Texans. The Titans, Calvin Ridley hamstring, linebacker Arden Key quad could be back, ? Defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons hamstring might miss a third game. Safety Xavier Woods hamstring could miss a second. Okonkwo, the tight end, is limited by
Okonkwo.
Common spelling.
Yeah.
Say that again, Ez'Ryel Pickens.
Chigme Okonkwo.
Thank you.
I'm glad we have an interpreter on staff.
Yes, Gesundheit. With an injured foot, Chig, and running back Kalo Mullings ankle and safety Mike Brown knee. They're trying to return from injured reserve. So, CJ Stroud being the biggest name, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, if CJ, I still like the Texans, I think.
Davis Mills had a real good game last week.
He was solid. Yeah, he got the job done.
They beat the Jags 36-29 handily. So, maybe D'Amico Ryans has this team playing harder because they definitely did not play hard the first part of the season, and I think they're coming on strong. And it's like Parcells says, the NFL season doesn't start till November.
They're saying that the Texans have the NFL's stingiest defense. Titans offense against the NFL's stingiest defense. Texans allowing a league low 16.7 points in 261 yards a game. Okay. There you go. Fun fact. All right. Next one, 49ers Cardinals, Jim.
Santa Clara is a 3-point favorite in this game in Tempe. This game opened at 3 on Monday. It was bet down to 2.5. And as of this afternoon, it is back up to 3. So there is 49er money coming in on this game. Cardinals have been just below average. I mean, they played miserably in Seattle last week, and we're not. You're not still taking steroids, are you, Mike?
Yes.
Oh God.
So that's what I'm taking. Steroids and Sudafed. So don't fuck with me.
All right.
Jim, didn't you hear how forcefully he opened that can of soda? It was like, cha.
Oh, did you see Toxically Masculine?
No, you don't want to watch that show. That's a bad show.
That was fun. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to go HIPAA on you there, Mike, but 49ers are 3-2 straight up versus the Cardinals in Tempe. 49ers are 6-3 straight up versus losing teams. And the Cardinals are a miserable 8-23 straight up versus the NFC West, their own division.
Oh,
they are 2-17 straight up versus the NFC West in November, December, and January during the regular season.
Okay.
That would not include
playoffs. Don't talk about it. Playoffs.
Not including playoffs. Gotcha. By the way, Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray misses a 5th straight game because of a foot injury, missing at least 2 more on injured reserve.
Yeah, right.
Wide receiver Zay Jones, Achilles tendon, placed on IR this week and out for the season. Starting linebacker Mac Wilson is out with ribs. A few others dealing
with Marvin Harrison Jr. out also. I mean,
yes, he is. Marvin Harrison Jr. is out.
This game just screams to me Santa Clara and give the 3 points. I don't think they're great, but I do think Santa Clara is going to bounce back from last week and curb stop the Cardinals. Because the other thing too is you guys, having gone to the game last year, and I would have liked to have gone this year, but I had to go to New York for that conference. The Cardinals, there's just no atmosphere there. They don't have any fans. They're not enthusiastic. They're not really, but there's not really a reason to have a team there. So
are they up at the top of the list to go to London to become the first London team? I know it was Jacksonville rumored, maybe the Bills.
I think they're going to go back to St. Louis.
Depends.
That's probably where they should go. That's probably where they should go. But I mean, it's there's no there. There's no atmosphere. There's no real fan base.
They'll go back to St. Louis. They'll dig up Jim Hart. He'll be the quarterback.
Yeah. Or you can literally dig Jim Hart up, or dig him up out of his grave and put a zombie Jim Hart as our new mascot.
Well, at least Jim Hart doesn't play video games, so
that's true. I mean, to me, right now, I'm talking myself into the Packers a little bit, but the Bengals and the 49ers are looking like my 2 teams.
Well, let me give you another piece of information here. We said Marvin Harrison Jr., the second-year player out of The Ohio State University. He's out because he had surgery earlier this week for
appendicitis. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. So everything screams 49ers and 3. In fact, I think we'd be lucky to get 3 points, to only have to give 3 points at this point.
There's 2 more reasons why. Wide receiver Ricky Purcell is expected to return. He's had a knee injury for the past 6 games. He's allegedly their wide receiver 1. And then Brock Purdy is expected to return. So there you go. I mean, things are kind of trending upward for Santa Clara.
All right.
Yeah, I think that gunshot wound is pretty much healed that Pearsall sustained in San Francisco. San Francisco.
You're a mean man, Jim.
Brutality.
Just seen a lot of GSWs, Mike.
Yeah. All right. Seahawks, Rams. Rams are giving 3. Ooh, there's a nice game.
This is the game of the week here.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody's going to be watching this game.
I like Bills and Buccaneers too, but this one is killer too.
Yeah, this will be a good game. In fact, Colin Cowherd on his hierarchy, he has the Seahawks a number 2 team this week.
Wow. Okay.
Out of all 32 teams, the Seahawks are the strongest team, second strongest. Seahawks are 10-0 straight up, and they are 8-2 against the spread on the road.
Wow, yeah.
Strong. This game opened Rams opened at 2.5, and this game has been bet up to 3. So there is Los Angeles money coming in on this game. Seahawks are 2-3 straight up versus the Rams in Los Angeles.
Yeah, you LA money people, you just threw your money away. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So
Mike's saying that because he sent me a picture of his
betting slip. Yes.
Well, by the way, he's also going off the betting trend. Mike, did you even know this? Jim too. The Seahawks have won a franchise record 10 straight road games.
I was aware of that.
Mike McDonald's now 11-1 in road games. His only defeat coming at the Lions in 2020.
Yeah, that's the first line, Brian. Seahawks are 10-0 straight up.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, on the road, yeah.
Yeah, on the road.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rams are 8-1 against the spread versus the Seahawks historically. Last 9 games. Rams are 24-9 against the spread versus the NFC West, not including the 49ers. The Rams are 15-5 against the spread, and they are 7-1 against the spread as a favorite.
Izzy, what do you think about this game, Seahawks Rams? Obviously, these two are compromised. They have their allegiances.
We'll give you our opinions, but yes, I want to hear what Izzy says first.
Yeah, I mean, I've been taking the Seahawks all year, but 1 week. So it's going to be a better game. I mean, Puka Nacua is getting back to it. Matthew Stafford, he's clicking more with Devontae Adams. So it should be more high scoring. I mean, last week I said the Seahawks, they had a complete team win. Everybody played their role. Everybody played their part. So coming into this week, they should be way better. Has the O-line been looking better for the Seahawks or no?
I'm sorry, what?
Has the O-line been looking better for the Seahawks?
They looked fantastic last week. They
did?
Bone crushed people. And if you look at, you know who Brian Baldinger is, he's an ex-offensive lineman from the 80s or 70s, and he does these Baldy's breakdowns on Twitter X. He showed a bunch of plays for the Seahawks-Cardinals game. And, these Cardinals defenders are not bad defenders. And, even Anthony Bradford, the right guard, who was considered a huge liability, they were crushing people last week. So,
was it the biggest question coming into the year that you guys, the O-line wasn't all that? Like, you guys had a bunch of guys that didn't seem to belong there. But, if they play another great game this week, then they should be able to beat the Rams. It just depends on that because – the Rams D-line is one of the best in the league, in my opinion, the best D-line. So,
yeah,
it's going to be a great game. It's going to be.
By the way, you mentioned Devontae Adams. He got banged up against the 49ers last week. Jim,
yeah. I do remember that. Yeah, I mentioned that on Monday. Yeah. I don't know. Is he going to play?
Yeah. So it says he will play after being banged up against the Niners. And Jim, didn't you say teams that play the Niners get pretty dinged up, or is that the Lions, or is it both of them?
No, that's Santa Clara.
That's both.
Both.
If you watch the video, he didn't get dinged up. The air just hit him wrong, I'm guessing. So
yeah, he did one of those old man moves. Yeah, that's right. We talked about the dancing on the dance floor. By the way, another note, Cooper Kupp gets to play against his former team for the first time. So that's an interesting sidebar on the game. All right, any more thoughts on this game, fellas?
Oh yeah, I got quite a few. I watched Rams 49ers condensed game last night on YouTube. I've got Sunday ticket. And
nice.
I believe what this game is going to come down to is going to be the Seahawks defensive line versus the Rams offensive line. The Rams offensive line is good, but Matthew Stafford, first of all, he looks terrific. His legs, he's moving around. This is a guy who was not a scrambler. And I mean, he's moving around like my favorite guy, Prime Russell Wilson or Mahomes. I think he's moving better than Mahomes. They're rolling him out a lot, and he's throwing on the run very accurately, and he's throwing from the pocket, and he had plenty of time. The key thing is the Seahawks, I think, are number one overall in terms of pressures on the quarterback and hitting the quarterback and getting sacks. And we saw last week, they're not going to do what they did last week where they got 2 forced fumbles and touchdown returns. But that's the key. Because when Stafford was pressured in that game, he looked mediocre to poor. So if the Seahawks defensive line can get pressure on Matthew Stafford as well as he's playing, that's going to be the key to the game. And I think the trends of the season are going to continue. I think they are going to get pressure. I think they're going to limit the Rams to 24 points or less. And the Rams have a good defense, but the Seahawks offense is on fire right now. And so I think it's a 27-24 game. I like my Seahawks. And if you're going to give me the Seahawks and points at the way they're playing this year, I'm taking it every fucking week. I'm taking it every week, and I did, and I got it in my pocket.
Yeah, this is usually a high-scoring game between these two teams also. And the over-under was 49.5. It opened, and it is still 49.5.
Yeah,
so,
and I mean, here's the thing. I guess what it comes down to for me, trying to be dispassionate about it and trying not to be a homer, I think the offenses are equal, and the Seahawks defense is better, and that's where I'm going to go with it.
Okay, all right.
One more thing. Matthew Stafford hasn't thrown a pick in the past 6 weeks. Just letting y'all know.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford became the first player in NFL history to throw for 4 touchdowns and no interceptions in 3 straight games. Did you know that? NFL history,
my bad. Here,
4
I found
touchdowns, no interceptions in 3 straight games. He now has 20 touchdown passes without a pick over the last 6.
All right, here we go. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, past 6 games, he's 20-0 passing. So 20 touchdowns, 0 picks. He's playing the best ball of his career.
And can you believe Stafford never made an all-pro team?
Unbelievable. And Russ and how Russ and Stafford never made all-pro teams or first team all-pro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I never knew Russell Wilson never did that.
Never made first team all-pro, made second team all-pro. Did Stafford ever make second team all-pro? Do we know?
Had to have.
That's because Russell Wilson's so well liked.
Well, yeah, for whatever reason, but that doesn't affect my judgment of him as a player. But anyway, I just think I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, I'll tell you what. That may be true about Stafford, but he got very lucky last week. There were 2 balls that he threw that should have been intercepted, dropped by the 49ers shit defensive backs. I'm going to predict, and I wish this was a prop bet, I'd throw $10 on it, that he will have a pick this weekend. He will get intercepted at least once. So we'll see. It should be a great game.
Grok may be hallucinating, or ESPN might be, because Grok is saying Stafford had NFL awards, including 1 first-team All-Pro honor in 2011 as AP Comeback Player of the Year. I don't know if that's different, but AI can hallucinate. Yeah. Okay, Ravens-Browns, Jim, in Cleveland. I heard the tickets are going for less than a concession. You can get them for single-digit tickets, single-digit dollar tickets, $7.
That's very possible. Lamar did not practice yesterday.
Tell me more.
That's all the information I have. I don't know if his hamstring is aggravating him again, but he was DNP yesterday afternoon.
I think it's just rest. I think they're just resting him.
Hopefully,
just veteran rest. That's all it was.
This game opened at 8.5 Baltimore. And it has been bet down to 7.5. It is still 7.5 this afternoon at Boyd Sports. 55 degrees and windy in Cleveland at game time. Over-under was 41.5, and it's been bet down to 39.5. I don't know if that has anything to do with the Lamar information. But the Ravens are 2-3 straight up versus the Browns in Cleveland. They are 4-5 against the spread in 2025. Lamar is 27-11 straight up. Lamar is 9-11 straight up as a favorite of 7 points or more. Favorites of 4 points or more are 51, 19-1 straight up. Cleveland is 19-34 against the spread after a loss. And the Browns are a miserable 11-22 against the spread versus their own division, the AFC Central.
Yeah, I think I heard the word miserable in there. That feels right. The thing about the Browns, though, they're good for a surprising win every year. We can beat very good Ravens teams. We can beat a very good 49er team. We're good for one random win each year. I don't know if
That's not this week, though.
You don't think so?
I know so.
You know so. Ravens are looking to extend their post-bye winning streak to 4. Why do you know? Why do you know so?
Are they starting Shedeur yet, Brian?
I was just getting ready to say I was in Cleveland at the Browns-Ravens game where Tim Couch got injured, and we cheered for Kelly Holcomb, but some people are like, oh, you were cheering the Tim Couch injury? You're low class. A guy behind me yelled at me. I'm like, no, I was cheering for Kelly Holcomb.
Holcomb.
I know.
That's
he
good.
Would have got us
right there. Kelly Holcomb.
Kelly Holcomb, man. He was legit for a minute there.
Wasn't Tim Couch the first round? He was a first-round draft pick also.
First overall. Absolutely. Yeah. We never gave him a line to protect him. Yeah, I'm starting to get the feel that the Shedeur is inevitable. I don't know if it's going to be something tweaked on Gabriel or if he's going to get pulled or eventually at some point. I'm seeing quotes from John Gruden. I don't know if they're accurate, saying if you give me Shedeur Sanders, I can not. He didn't say I can wreck this league, but he said I can turn a franchise around with Shedeur as the quarterback. Got to verify the quote because I don't trust.
Somebody wants to be a head coach again. To me, John Gruden.
Hey, John Gruden. He won his court case. He won something with his recent court case. Like it's going to be allowed.
Yeah, he's going to win the court case against the NFL. He's going to collect tons of money.
Yeah.
And he wants to coach again. And, walk in there, apologize to the black player for the comments about what's his name's lips, and go coach. Cause I think that'd be great for you guys to have a big personality.
John Gruden. I watch a lot of his clips. A lot of people watch his videos after games and how he analyzes people. Yeah, I believe he'll be a way better coach, especially in Cleveland with the running back they got, Quinshon Judkins, because he likes running backs a lot. But yeah. Besides that, the reason why I know you guys are going to lose is because Kevin Stefanski is your coach and Dylan Gabriel is your quarterback.
Yeah, those are the two reasons.
Yep. That's all I got to give you.
Yeah, we don't need advanced analytics to see that.
Brian, isn't this kind of
everybody? I believe it doesn't matter how this game goes. If the Browns win the game, I still think Shedeur starts next week.
Yeah.
It's his time up at bat. They need to know what they have, and I think Jimmy Haslam has his finger on the button.
If I'm the owner, I'm for it.
Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Sanders is his pick, and he wants to know what he has.
Mike, you were trying to say.
If I'm the owner, I am forcing it next week. I am forcing Sanders next week. I wouldn't start him in this game, but I'm forcing it because your season's over. But isn't this game, Brian, kind of the Browns Super Bowl because you're playing the old Browns? It's like the fake Browns versus the real Browns. This is kind of a big deal. It's like what they call in England in the Premier League. They call it a derby game, like Manchester City versus Manchester United. It's the big rivalry. Isn't this really your biggest rivalry game every year?
Look, we have the interstate rival Bengals. That's always something to just go down Route 71 and, a couple hours later you get it. Schittsburg, I mean, that one, the proximity, it's the closest city to us right in our division. But the fact of the matter is, yes, Baltimore stole our team. You're never getting that karma. That's never going to leave. We hate the Ratbirds so much. But in order to make something a rivalry, you have to be able to stand in there and withstand some punches and deliver some knockout punches. And unfortunately, the Browns haven't had much of that in the past 30 years since the team was stolen. So,
well, you're 3-2 straight up against the Browns in Cleveland in your last 5 years. So you do have a little bit of a thing going there. So there you go.
And I was at one of those games, and it was awesome. Like I said, we can pull out a random win out of nowhere with you never know which game it's going to be, but we definitely have the ability to. By the way, Myles Garrett tied for the league with 11 sacks, and he has an NFL best 17 tackles for loss. Of his 113 and a half career sacks, 7 have come against Lamar Jackson.
If you could dig up Art Modell's corpse and drag it through the streets of Cleveland to be eaten by rats, would you do it?
I wore a T-shirt that said "Go to hell, Modell" religiously for I don't even know how long.
Because if you wouldn't do that, then you're not really a Browns fan.
It's not so much what Art Modell did; it's how he did it.
But it is because he took Bill Belichick. Like they got rid of Bill Belichick was in the house. Ozzie Newsome, the director of player personnel for the Ravens, who did all those drafts that got Ray Lewis and all the cornerstones for those championships.
Could have been Browns, yeah.
In our house. Nick Saban 2 years before was our defensive coordinator. Look what he did. I mean, that whole Bill Belichick Patriots dynasty, the whole Baltimore dynasty that they've had over the past, just fantastic football. A path in the woods diverged. Both teams not named Cleveland kicked ass, and we have been the laughing stock for 3 decades. I mean, it's almost impossible to put into words the roller coaster we've been on. The abuse we've had to suffer. So is it our Super Bowl? Is it our main opponent? Our main opponent is in the mirror, honestly. Like we just got to get our shit together for more than a season in a row. But yeah, Ratbirds is always a super important game. Yeah. Agreed.
We got Izzy back. All right, Iz.
Yes, Iz is back. Good.
All right. Chiefs Broncos.
This is a great game. One. I like this one a lot.
Division game.
For the top of this is a good one.
Division game at altitude. This game opened at 4 Chiefs, and it is still 4 points Chiefs. As Mike will attest, Mr. Nix has regressed quite a bit the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably the reason for this number. What the 4 is telling you that Vegas is telling you the Chiefs are going to win this game. Andy Reid is 30-6 straight up after a bye week. Also, very inclement Denver weather this time of the year, 69 degrees and sunny at game time. Chiefs are 6-2 against the spread. They are 22 and straight. Check that. They are 2-2 straight up versus the Broncos in Denver. So they've split in Denver straight up. The Chiefs are 17-2 straight up versus the Broncos overall. Mahomes is 13-1 straight up versus the Broncos. He is 22-5 straight up after a loss. Mahomes is 19-2 straight up on the road versus the AFC West. And Mahomes is 36-6 straight up versus his own division. Favorites of 4 or more points are 51, 19-1 straight up. The Broncos are 4-6 against the spread this year. They are 21-28 and 1 against the spread overall. The Broncos are 10-0 straight up at home. And the Broncos are 3-7 against the spread as a dog of 4 or fewer points.
Little note here. Andy Reid gave the whole team the whole week off for their bye. You want to give them time to reset after a first half that, this is probably a must-win game for the Chiefs, right? With the 8-2 Denver Broncos. If you drop this one going to 5-5 and they improved to 9-2.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Chiefs in this game, and were I inclined to bet the money line, I bet the Chiefs. They're 5-4. They can bring the Broncos back to 8-3 and go to 6-4. So they're only a game behind. This is going to be a defensive game. You're talking the 3rd and 4th best scoring defenses in the NFL against each other. So what it comes down to is who's got the better quarterback, who's got the better offense. The answer to that is Andy Reid and the Chiefs. And even though they're on the road, and they're playing at altitude. This isn't the Monday night game, is it, or the Sunday night game? Is this the night game?
It's November 16, the 4:25.
This is the late Sunday afternoon game.
Okay, so it's not.
So it's a
I was going to say
it's a quasi hedge game if you're standing in the sports book.
Right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So maybe I'll use that as a hedge game.
The late game. Oh wait, no, I thought I had the late game. Go ahead.
Well, I was just
Philadelphia and Detroit is the late game.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I was thinking if it was the Monday game or something, that they might have an extra day to Chiefs an extra day to get used to the altitude if they wanted to, which more teams should do, by the way. Come there on Friday and spend a couple days at altitude before you play a game on Monday if you're going to do that. So I like the Chiefs 17-13, 19-13, something like that. Tough, low-scoring game. Two good defenses, but when you look at the offenses, to me, there's a lot of imbalance. Chiefs have the better offense, so I got to go with the Chiefs on this one. And I'm gonna put that as a hedge game, Jim. I am. Chiefs on the money line is my hedge.
Well, you're not going to be able to do that in Los Angeles, Mike.
Well, I know that, Jim. I'd have to. You know what I'd have to do is I'd have to send somebody I knew some money or something and say, hey, can you put $20 on the Chiefs?
Wait, do you do it online? Or do you do it online or in person?
No, your phone knows what state you're in is.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just put a VPN on.
Well, how about this? First of all, I can't do the money line. I can't do the betting online because of the fact that I haven't gone up there and confirmed that I'm me.
Okay.
But I could if I had a friend who had a Boyd Sports app, I could send him some money and he might be able to place the bet for him.
Yeah, that's how I usually do it. Okay.
The VPN, interesting concept for that, though. By the way, there are going to be some injuries at the running back position in this game. Chiefs could be without Isaiah Pacheco for several weeks because of a knee injury, so that's more carries for Kareem Hunt and rookie Brashard Smith. And the Chiefs called up Clyde Edwards-Helaire from the practice squad against Buffalo.
I mean, do you guys agree with my reasoning? Do you think two even defenses, but Chiefs have the better offense? Do you think that's solid reasoning, or am I out to lunch?
I agree. Isn't J.K. Dobbins out as well?
Yeah, that's what I was getting. Broncos are without J.K. Dobbins nursing a left foot injury, but
R.J. Harvey.
Rookie R.J. Harvey was taken pretty high, and his role is going to expand. So, such is life. You get a high draft pick, and you're going to run them. Let the horses run. It's a good time for that. So, I mean, both teams without their number one running back, it's going to change things for sure. But anytime you play the Chiefs, Mike, you're not just playing the Chiefs, you're playing the Chiefs in the refs. In the refs. So, I mean, you got to factor that in. Jim, how many points would you say the refs are good for? Question open to you too, Mike. Actually, all of you guys. How many points would you say are baked into any game the Chiefs play?
Oh, at least 3.
Plus 3 because of the refs?
Yeah.
Yep. Get in field goal range and get a penalty.
Think about it like this. The Mahomes is the designated GOAT, whether he really is or not at this time. Man. And that's why they always favor the Chiefs. And you got Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Travis Kelce, sorry, Jim. And Taylor Swift, soon to be Taylor Swift-Kelce. They're not going to let this be over. They're going to help if they can, if they have to. They're going to help the Chiefs cut this lead to 8-3 against 7-4 or 6-4, whatever it is. Yeah, so they're game and a half. I think that everything says the Chiefs on this one.
All right. Okay. I want to bounce to Lions Eagles. Eagles giving 2.5. Jim.
Lions Eagles. This is the Sunday evening game
in Philly.
This is the Chris Collinsworth game.
Oh boy!
Those of you who like to mute the sound and not listen to Chris Collinsworth, I've kind of fallen into that. My daughter,
as surely as I know my voice is annoying, I know that Patrick Mahomes is the greatest.
Hey, is he going to mention Patrick Mahomes on Sunday night? Do y'all think he is?
Yes.
My daughter Angie mutes the TV on Sunday Night Football. She cannot stand Chris Collinsworth. This game opened Eagles 1.5. This game has been bet up to 2.5. So there is Philadelphia money coming in on this game. 50 degrees and raining in Philadelphia. The Lions are 43-14 straight up. They are 18-9 against the spread. Jared Goff is 22-6 against the spread on the road. The Eagles are 20-10 against the spread. And Jalen Hurts is 19-1 straight up as a home favorite.
Another interesting part, the Eagles have won 13 of their last 14 in Philadelphia. That's a strong home field advantage for sure.
So Lions are going to win this game. They are. I'm going to bet them on a money line as part of my 3-team parlay. Don't forget, there's one stat that Jim doesn't look at that you should be looking at, Jim. We're going to add this. There's an old saying in the NFL: win on Monday, lose on Sunday. Eagles are coming off. They played a good team last week. They beat them on Monday night. Terrible game. They look terrible. Their offense is struggling. The Lions are coming in hot, fired up, ready to go. And I think the Lions are going to beat them on a short week and make a statement. So
Is there any weather in Philadelphia this week?
50 degrees and rain.
50 degrees and rain.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
okay.
I mean, the Eagles too, in terms of scoring defense, they've dropped to about 10th, giving up 21.3. And you look at the offense points per game, and the Lions are second at 31.4. That's a significant spread, but I think it averages out to about 24 points for the Lions, and I can't see the Eagles getting to that total.
This is the Lions' second road game in a row. This is their second game in a row playing the NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
They destroyed the Redskins last week, 44-22.
I mean, that was a comfy game. That didn't take a lot out of them. So, this thing is screaming Lions to me.
Izzy agrees. I don't know. I kind of feel like the Eagles on this one. We'll see. You're not so much.
Yeah, I can't bet against Jalen Hurts being 19-1 straight up as a home favorite.
Guys, I'm just telling you, I may look like a fool next week, but I'm telling you, I think you guys are betting the Eagles on reputation, not recent performance.
What do we make of AJ Brown, Izzy? We've talked about him being frustrated.
Yeah, there's a streamer that I watch. I can't remember his name, but they were playing video games last night on a stream, and he mentioned him. He was like, "Hey, when you play against the Commanders, you're probably going to go for 200 yards." And he's like, "Hey, if you got me on fantasy, might as well drop me at this point."
They're not throwing it to him. They did once or twice this year. They actually aired it out. But Saquon he's barely getting to 60 yards. I can attest because I'm starting him. He was an MVP caliber running back last year. Don't know what's changed so much for the Eagles. I don't really quite get what changed.
I think they're just run dominant, like just run heavy. That's their scheme. I don't understand why. They got two amazing receivers that they could throw the ball to. Is it like they want to protect Jalen Hurts? Like, can he make those passes? I mean, we've seen him, he can throw it deep, but like, can he consistently make that? Or do they just want to keep riding off of Saquon and Jalen playing the hard fought game, just yard by yard, play by play, chewing the clock out? So I don't know. I mean, that's their ideology.
Yeah, they have three good receivers. Dallas Goedert's legit. I mean, he's been a very steady tight end in the league for a long time now. So I don't know. We're going to find out. That's going to be another great game to watch. I'm excited. There's like 4 or 5 matchups this week that I really want to see how it plays out.
And again, this show needs to emphasize that we talked about this last week. AJ Brown is not related to Antonio Brown.
Thankfully.
Critical.
Thankfully. All right, Cowboys Raiders. Cowboys are Cowboys are giving 3 to the Raiders. Does that make sense, Jim?
Does that make sense? Is?
Yeah, I'll start with Is.
Cowboys are favored by 3 points in this game. This game opened at 3.5, and it was bet down to 3. Geno Smith is 6-13-1 against the spread at home. and he is 1-5 straight up against the spread on primetime games: Thursday night football, Sunday night football, and Monday night football.
Yeah, you don't want to bet on Geno in prime time.
No,
I don't think I'm gonna bet on Geno in general.
Yeah, but especially in prime time, because
Yeah.
the reason why a lot of people objected to Geno when they just made him the quarterback after Russ was traded instead of going out and getting Baker Mayfield, who would have at least competed with him, was because it's gaslighting. Geno has his spectacular moments. He does things that, wow, if he could just bottle that and bring it up on command, but he doesn't. He can't. In big games, he wilts. And let me fill you some other interesting tidbits of information here. The offenses in this game, the Dallas Cowboys are the 4th best offense in the NFL.
Whoa.
The Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, are the
Los Angeles Raiders.
The Los Angeles Raiders.
Joke.
They are about the 20th best defense. So the Cowboys are going to score. Now, what is it conversely? Well, the Dallas Cowboys are the 2nd worst defense in the NFL. But guess what?
Yes.
I'll put y'all on some game.
The Las Vegas Raiders are the 2nd worst offense in the league. So the Cowboys are going to win this game. They're going to score points. They got Dak Prescott. The Raiders have Geno Smith. They're not going to score points. They're going to get 14 to 17 points. Cowboys are going to get 24 to 30. Cowboys win this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know. There's this guy named Demarion Overshown.
Yeah,
he was ranked as a top 5 linebacker last year when he was healthy. He's coming back. We traded Logan Wilson. He's playing with Demarion Overshown. We're gonna put him in there. And our 3rd round pick, Siobhan Rebel Jr. I think he ran like a 4.3 something. He's 6'3" corner.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be seeing his first snaps this week. So there's some and Quentin Williams.
There you go.
He's on the D-line now. There we go. So there's a lot of reinforcements happening on defense. I don't know if it's gonna still plan out and work, but hey, there's guys that can make plays out there now. So
yeah, defensive tackle Quentin Williams brought in by New York Jets, and Logan Wilson, linebacker, brought in from Cincy. These are their first games with their new team, but this is the first team for the game for the let me try that again. But this is the first game for the Cowboys since the Marshawn Nealand situation. So, I mean, it's just, there's a lot of energy going in and out of this game for sure. Cowboys,
especially for Dak too. He's kind of he's not of I don't know the right way to say it, but he's kind of, I don't want to say used to it, but he knows about this. From his brother committed suicide when he was younger.
Dak Prescott.
And he's a huge advocate for mental health because his brother committed suicide. His mom died of cancer, if I'm right. So he kind of understands that, and hopefully he can lead the team to a win, heartfelt win for the Dallas Cowboys this week.
That's interesting. I didn't actually know that. That's a good piece of info, Izzy. By the way, the only 2 teams on bye this week, the Colts and the Saints. So we're getting back to almost full lineup here.
Colts need the bye because they played so poorly offense, especially Daniel Jones last week. To get
any bye with my MVP Jonathan Taylor and not on my fantasy team. I don't know how we're going to squeak out a win this week without our racehorse, but we'll see. Okay, well, that goes through our betting trends. Mike, maybe we should start with you. This would be a good time to make our NFL picks on the NFL Game Picker. By the way, make sure you're following all of us. Let's see. Mike can be found at seahawkboymikeb on X. You can get him on Mike Bara 333 on X.
Also on X. And just all over the place, everywhere.
Yes, all over the place and everywhere.
Except Snapchat. Well, I'm on Snapchat, but only because I'm following a couple of girls. And I am on TikTok, but I don't do shit on TikTok.
Izzy probably only has TikTok. He's like, what are all those other unk apps you guys have? Unk apps? I bet he'd call Snapchat an unk app, wouldn't you? Izzy. You can find Izzy at Ryel EZ, right? RYELEZ on X. I believe that's your handle. Since you're on mute, I think you said yes. And of course, follow Strictly Football at TDAM Football, and of course, The Unhappy Hour at The Unhappy Hour _ on X. And of course, the flagship that brings you the show today at American_media_. Perfect. So, Mike, let me pull up your screen here. Mike, Bara and Jigba, we can look at how you did. Let me put it on the screen.
Well, yeah, last week was probably my worst week of the season, or second worst. I think I had a 7-7 week. There it
What's
is.
that?
I can't see it, so go ahead. I'm gonna hit refresh here because I'm having some sort of glitch. Go ahead, Mike.
Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
So, all right, I removed that. Can you see it now, Brian? Brian, can you see it now? Come on back, Brian. Maybe that was the interference, but all right. So I was 8-6 last week, which is a poor week for me. 7-7 is my worst week. 98-51, which I believe puts me firmly in the league. But let's pop into week 11 this week and see what I think is going to happen. Tonight's game, New England's going to win the game. 12.5 is too big for me to bet. I'm not doing that. Washington, Miami. I think the Redskins are going to win. Carolina at Atlanta. I'm taking Atlanta because they're the home team. And Penix, Michael Penis Jr. I like Chicago on the road to go in and beat the Vikings, although I think it's a competitive game. The first game in my 3-team parlay, I'm taking the Bengals. I'm going to go money line on this because I'm basically effectively getting 11 points. I mean, so it's like there's a big wide range there against the Steelers. I think the Bengals are going to score. I think they're going to win the game. I think the Steelers are getting tired. Giants and Green Bay. I'm just not enthusiastic about the Packers, but I'm going to pick them because of Jameis Winston, who I think is going to have a bad game. Maybe not as bad as I think, but he's not going to have a great game. Houston at Tennessee. Again, Tennessee's terrible. I like Houston, even without C.J. Stroud. I like them to eke out a win there. Los Angeles, Jacksonville, the Chargers. I just don't think, again, I think the Jaguars are struggling. I think the Chargers are going to have another good game. Tampa Bay at Buffalo. I don't want to pick Buffalo, but they're at home this time, so I think they played better. And I still feel like even though Tampa's got names back, I don't think their players' bodies are 100%. So I'm not seeing guys playing at the level they were playing earlier in the year. So I think they still have some healing to do there. I do take the Bills to just slightly eke out that one. I put my money where my mouth is. I think the Seahawks win the game against the Rams. I do think it's a tight game. I think it's going to be exciting. Hopefully I can make it through the snow in the mountain and in the mountains and make it to LA for that game because I think it's going to be really great. And then you got the 49ers in Carolina. I like the 49ers on the road. I don't think they're that good a team. 49ers in Carolina, did I say? Arizona Cardinals, I meant. Cardinals are really bad. There's no atmosphere there. I like the 49ers, and I'm giving the +3 on that. That's how much I think they're going to win that game. Baltimore and Cleveland, I got to go with Baltimore. I think that the Browns are kind of lost right now. Getting ready to bring in John Gruden as the new head coach. Kansas City at Denver. I feel solid about this. I think two great defenses, but the Chiefs have the better offense, so I think they squeak it out even on the road. Detroit at Philadelphia. Win on Monday, lose on Sunday. We should look that stat up. I like the Lions over the Eagles on the road to go to 7-3 and tie with the Eagles. They need the game more than the Eagles do. So that's going to happen. And then maybe one of my backup games as well. That's also going to be on my parlay. The Lions and Philadelphia. I'm going to take the Lions there. If I get greedy, I'm going to take the Cowboys over the Raiders because I do think that as bad as both teams are, Cowboys have Dak. And like I said, you cannot get past the fact that their offense is so much better than the Raiders' defense, and the Raiders' defense is barely better. Raiders' offense is barely better than the Cowboys' defense. That's how I think I'm going to have a good week. We'll see.
Connection lost. Reconnecting. Who dropped out? Was that Mike? You back? It took your screen off. You took that off. Everybody's back. We can all hear each other, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it was those solar flares. Been getting a little glitch today. Mike, what's the deal with those solar flares, by the way? Izzy was asking me.
Yeah, I meant to send you a text yesterday in the group chat.
Yeah, just really two intense solar flares that lit up the northern lights, northern sky, because the magnetic field is kind of weak this time of year. For various reasons, it's weaker in general than it used to be. So you get these spectacular light shows, but fortunately, it doesn't, knock us back into the Stone Age and knock out all of our entire civilization. But this is again, Izzy, why for me, one of the top priorities, if I was the president, the top priority I would have is hardening the electrical grid infrastructure in the United States against solar flares. We would bury every power line. We would bury every transfer station, every single thing. We'd build tons of nuclear reactors because you got not only solar flares, you have to worry about EMPs from nuclear weapons.
You're giving me ideas at the moment for the future.
I could put millions of people to work on those projects and do it in probably 5 years or 10 years.
It's creating jobs.
That's one of the cool things here in Vegas is there's not very many telephone poles. They were smart from the beginning. They buried everything. There was a solar flare in 1881 that was so intense that if it hit
the Carrington event,
if it hit today, it would probably knock out 90% of electrical civilization on this planet. And that's within a couple of 100 years timeline. So that's scary. So that's what I was saying.
No, Mike, don't you do the news on Coast to Coast, or you were doing segments?
I do, and that you just gave me a great idea for my report on Monday. I am going to retire from that soon, but you gave me a great idea for my discussion on it.
Well, you tell Tommy, maybe I'll jump in. If you're going to retire from it, maybe I'll slide in.
Well,
but
you want to do the science report? I'll put your name out. I'll say he doesn't know shit about science, but he's a good guy on the air.
I know a little bit about science. No, but what I was going to say is George Norrie has been in a long time outspoken, not a critic, but an advocate to really get the EMP hardening across the country. Like it's something we need to do. And all the transformers, if they blew, it would take us years to we couldn't even read.
10 years. There was a TV show on Fox called Dark Angel starring Jessica Alba back when she was like 18 years old and really hot. And that's what it was about. It was about an EMP solar flare thing. Well, Jim, she's of age. 18 years old is of age. Come on.
I met Jessica Alba. She's stunning.
Yeah, she's very well. She is.
Well, Mike, I think Mike, you need to move to Maryland because I think the age of consent in Maryland is still 14.
I thought that'd be a Utah joke somehow. Anyway, let's get back to football. But
18 is 18, Jim.
Yes, 18.
George Norrie still works for Ancient Aliens, Mike.
Yeah. No, he doesn't. The thing is that scenario, it's one of the easiest things you could possibly fix. It would put millions of people to work.
Yes.
Doing construction, and you have to. As a conspiracy theorist, I almost say to myself, it's almost like they want that to happen.
Possibly.
I think they made a mistake giving us the internet. That was just supposed to be
what Mike is telling you is he forget the Air Force, go Space Force.
Agreed. I've been saying the same thing. We were talking about age being 14, but I want to use the number 14 because this is breaking and this is involving gambling. 14 have now been arrested in a mafia-backed betting ring involving athletes. This just coming through. I got the alert on ESPN. 14 men charged for their roles in a multi-million-dollar illegal sports betting ring involving college athletes linked to organized crime, New Jersey authorities announced on Tuesday. Joseph Little, Joe Perna, the Lucchese crime family, nationwide network of bookmakers, offshore websites, 2 million in bets, 22 to 24. This is just, we're peeling back layers of the onion, Mike.
It is interesting. And here's the thing. I was told about 5 years ago that when we get into this stage of revelations kind of thing, like we might be coming into now, I was told, I was talking to somebody about different corruption at different levels, and I was told one of the things that they are going to put out there is the degree to which American sports have been fixed. Not every game, but from time to time. And I was told one of them that was going to come out was that it was the Rockefellers who put in a whole bunch of money in the Super Bowl 40, Super Bowl XL, the first one my Seahawks made, where the refs just stole the game for the Steelers. And I was told that's going to come out. That's going to be revealed. So it's starting to feel like we're inching toward that. We'll see if that prediction that was made to me 5-6 years ago eventually comes through. I hope so, because we deserve that Lombardi. We should be 2-1, not 1-2.
Mike Holmgren should have a Super Bowl ring.
Mike Holmgren should have a second Super Bowl ring.
Should have had a third in Cleveland, but I digress. All right, Jim, let's go to your picks, sir, caveman style. Who do you got this week? How did you do last week? Mike and I tied. We were both.
I did miserable. I did.
6 and 5?
I was 6-8 last week, and I think I'm still in second place. I'm 92-57 on the year.
Wow, that's good.
You're tied with me. I'm 92-57 on the year.
I think I'm 6 games back from Mike.
Yeah,
So
I'm 98-51. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
New York and New England. I will take the Patriots to win the game. I think Miami will beat the Redskins in Madrid. What's the Madrid game? That's
that what is it called? Or it's at the Camp Nou Stadium, Real Madrid. Fuck Real Madrid.
Commanders Dolphins in Spain.
Yeah.
Santiago Bernabeu, Madrid.
Right. 55 degrees and rain. I'll take Miami, Carolina, Atlanta. This is the who gives a shit bowl. I'll go ahead and go with the Falcons. Minnesota. I'll take Minnesota over Chicago. Pittsburgh. You know what?
What do I know?
You know what?
What do I know?
I'm going to change that pick.
Ooh.
Mike convinced me.
No. Don't make this my responsibility. I don't want the responsibility I had last week with the Panthers. Okay.
There's no money. I'm not putting money. I'm probably going to put money on the game. I think the Bengals win the game.
All right.
I'm just going to say that. Packers and the Giants. I think that new coach rule goes out the window. I'll go ahead and take Green Bay. No brainer here. I'll take Houston over Tennessee. I was leaning Jaguars in this game, but I'm going to go ahead and aside from their miserable offensive line, I'll go ahead and take the Chargers. I think Buffalo will bounce back from their loss. They will beat Todd Bowles and the Buccaneers. I am going to go Los Angeles Rams to beat the Seahawks, Mike. I'm sorry.
They're a home team. They're the home team, and they're really good. So
I think I'm just going to go Rams over Seahawks. So if I won't be real upset if the Seahawks win the game. I want them to win the game. No brainer here. I'll take Santa Clara over the
Cardinals.
Murray-less Cardinals. I'll take Baltimore to beat Cleveland. I think I agree with Brian. I think that they're probably just because Lamar didn't practice doesn't mean he's not going to play. I think they probably would have come out with that already.
Yeah, maybe just maintenance. But wasn't Lamar at the center of a controversy? Like they didn't report an injury? Am I thinking of the wrong quarterback?
That was a year or two ago. So no, now they did report this, right on time.
Okay, gotcha.
I will take. I'll take Kansas City to beat Denver. I think they pretty much own Denver. I will take Philadelphia to beat the Lions. I don't want that to happen. I've turned into a Detroit fan the past couple of years. I want the Lions to win the game, but I can't go against Hurts. That 19-1 straight up is just too strong. I'll take Dallas to destroy the Raiders. This is the consummate hedge game right here. I mean, you take Dallas on your parlay all day, and if you win your first 2 or 3 games, you just come back over the top, lay cheap money on the Raiders just to protect your whole bet. So that's the consummate hedge game right there. I'll take Dallas.
All right.
Okay. Mr. Robinson. Cuckoo, Mr. Robinson.
That's good Paul Simon knowledge
does
right
not
there.
Get that reference. I'm just going to
Good Paul Simon knowledge.
He's just like, I don't know what y'all unks are saying. All right, you're on mute, Mr. Ez'Ryel. So let's get your take.
He's going caveman here.
Yeah, caveman. Give me a second. I gotta revert it. I don't know why it does this always. Mirror camera. There we go. All right, is that good? Yep, there we go.
Okay,
All right, so for this week, let's go to the top. Last week wasn't so well. I missed a couple games, so I kind of scratched that off the board. But this week, I mean, New England. At the end of the day, I'm gonna take New England. Washington, Miami. I'm gonna take Miami. I believe they'll win. There's a little rain going on, so they should be used to that. Carolina, Atlanta. Last time I chose Atlanta, Panthers blew them out 30-0 somehow. But I'm gonna take them again. Hopefully they don't mess it up again. Vikings, Bears. The last time I took that game, the Vikings won, and I chose correctly. But I don't think JJ McCarthy's gonna do what he did last time. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. I'm gonna take Joe Flacco. He's gonna get it done. Green Bay versus the Giants. Decent game. I'm gonna take Green Bay though. I'm gonna take the Titans. Hopefully, I'm gonna see if they'll get a win this week. Cam Ward could step it up. There's no CJ Stroud. Los Angeles, Jacksonville. As much as I like Los Angeles, I'm still take them. I think it's going to be closer than expected. Bills, Buccaneers. This game is really good. I don't know. I'm gonna take the Buccaneers. I'll say they get a win and they start to blow up. And what is it? Buffalo. They're gonna start having some questions. What's the problem? So Seahawks, Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams this time. Unfortunately, I feel like Sam Darnold is not going to be on his A game this weekend. Baltimore. I mean, I'm not going to explain that game. 49ers, Cardinals. I'm gonna take the 49ers. Chiefs and against the Broncos. As much as I want to take the Broncos, I'm gonna take the Chiefs just because I mean, like it just seems too good to be true for the Broncos to get a win. So I mean, you got to take the Chiefs at some point. Lions, Eagles. I hate the Eagles. I'm gonna take the Lions and Cowboys, Raiders. Hopefully, we win this week. So I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
Now hold on. Just I hate the Eagles. That's enough to determine the bet. I hate them, so I'm betting against them.
Yeah, and I just think the Lions are the better team at the end of the day.
Yeah, and that's fair. And I mean, at this stage of the season, there are issues in on that side for sure. The Philadelphia Eagles are having some issues. All right, let me go through mine. Like I said, last week where's the tab? There we are. Last week in week 10, it was a tough one for me. Like I said, I tied 8-6. Not so good, but I'm going to try to bounce back this time, week 11. New York, New England. I'm going New England. They're going to keep that winning streak going. Miami's got a certain something going. I'm going to keep rolling with Miami here in Miami. Carolina, Atlanta. I'm going to pick Carolina. Shockingly enough, the 5-5 Panthers, I think, will pull this one out. Chicago, Minnesota. I'm going Chicago. I don't know what the Vikings are at this stage. I don't know what McCarthy is. I do know what the Bears are turning into, so I'm going to pick them. God, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. I want to pick Pittsburgh based on how that defense was playing. They looked so good when I was watching the highlights. They were like playing like their hair was on fire. But I'm going to ultimately go for Cincinnati. And I think Omar Epps, the head coach of the Steelers, I think he's going to flip out with Flacco beating him twice in the same season. And that's going to drop them to 5-5. It'll improve the Bengals to 4-6, 1 game difference to win the division. Green Bay, New York. I think Jameis is going to hang 4+ touchdowns. I think he's just going to light it up. I really do. But I think Green Bay is going to get the win. Aim for some high here. Well, yes, I'm a coward. I have like 5 games back of you. I got to be smart here.
You have no faith in Jameis. You know,
I have faith, Miss Jameis, famous Jameis.
May as well be Jameis against Paul Atreides this weekend. It's not going to go well for Jameis.
Well, look, I don't think Jordan Love is going to be this bad forever. I think something's got to give, and I think Green Bay should have their bounce back game against the very beatable Giants. Houston, Tennessee. Houston gets it done because it's Tennessee. Los Angeles, Jacksonville. I'm going Chargers. Go Lightning Bolts. Tampa Bay, I think they're going to get this one, and it's going to be a really good game, perhaps. I'm going with the Buccaneers in this one, even though it's in Buffalo. I'd feel better about it if it was in Tampa, but still, I'm picking Baker and the boys. Seattle Rams, gosh. I'm going to go with the Rams because of how Stafford has been playing. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, first player in history to do that 3 games in a row. That's astonishing to me. Nobody's ever done that. I think at home, especially, not that they have a home field advantage, but at least they're not at the huge disadvantage they would be with the 11th man, or is it the 12th man, right? Up in Seattle. Yes. 49ers are going to beat the Cardinals. The Browns are going to shock the world and beat the Baltimore Ravens. Book it. Also, I've been saying all season long that the Kansas City Chiefs are overrated and they're going to be plummeting back to earth. I know they got their wide receiver back. I know they look a little different, but still, I think the Broncos are going to eke this one out in the mile high air. And then Detroit, Philadelphia, I think the home field advantage is going to mean something. And I think A.J. Brown he's got a right to be agitated. They need to be scoring more points than they have been. And I think they're going to get him the ball and they're going to get the win. Dallas at Vegas, come on. This should be an easy win for the Cowboys, especially with the acquisitions to shore up their porous defense. Prove me wrong, but I'm going with Dallas in this game. Fellas.
So I got a question to ask the degenerate gamblers in here. So right now I'm looking at 49ers +3, Bengals on the money line, and Lions on the money line is my bets. But now I'm sorely tempted by the Cowboys and the points and the Chiefs on the money line. So should I replace the Lions game is risky. I believe they're going to win, but they are playing a really good football team who won the Super Bowl last year. They are I don't know. Should I rethink?
If you're looking to hedge your bet, Mike, bet the Cowboy Raider game.
That's my hedge.
On the money line. On the money line, you're bringing your payout lower.
Yeah.
If you put the Cowboys -3 on your parlay, you're going to get 6-1.
Oh, I think I'll do that then and move the Lions out. Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay.
I say out the Dolphins money line. Why not?
Well, still, you're bringing anytime you put a team on the money line on a parlay, you're bringing the payout lower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. That's it. I'm gonna go do that.
We're obviously going to need the update on how that plays out. Feel free to.
I'll send Jim the ticket. I'll send it to the group. I'll send it to the group.
Yeah, and also tweet it out and tag us all so we can share it around on Twitter.
I think it's going to be 49ers in the points, Bengals on the money line, and Cowboys in the points. I think that's where I'm going to go.
All right. Excellent. Well,
but I also like the Chiefs and the Lions.
Okay. What's Jim's Stone Cold, icy clawed lock of the week?
Lead pipe lock.
What do we call it last week? We said something ridiculous. We got to keep coming up with a weird way to.
Lead pipe lock of the week.
Yeah, that's got to be somebody's. I've said that too many times. It's like
Patriots over the Jets tonight. Money line. Come on. It's got to happen, right? No, Jim?
Well, I thought you were looking at a spread game. Yeah. Patriots over the Jets is strong. I don't know. I think probably the strongest bet is probably the 49ers. I think that is a real strong bet, even with the points.
They're only given 2.5 against the Cardinals without a quarterback. I mean, look, Jacoby Brissett's he's okay. He can.
Yeah,
be okay.
he look, he's not the 49ers have the worst pass rush in the NFL. The Seahawks have among the best, if not the best, as according to all the pressures and sacks and stuff. He's not going to face what he faced last week, this week. He's a good player, but I just don't see a lot of intensity for the Cardinals. I just don't see passion. So, yeah, I think the 49ers go in and straighten things out. And I know Brock Purdy's probably still sitting this one out. So, they're official.
They're saying he's probably going to play in this game.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well,
I
Even better.
I don't want to say it's a stone cold lead pipe lock, but I like Cincinnati getting 5.5.
Yeah.
Cincinnati getting 5.5 is strong, and not to ingratiate anybody, but I think Dallas destroys Las Vegas.
They certainly could.
Maybe this will be the last professional game of Pete Carroll's career. I don't know. Let me ask you one more thing. I want to go. I got to go make these bets, and now I'm rethinking everything. But
by the way, before you do, I was just going to say mine might be the Texans over the Titans. I have a good feeling about that. Go
okay,
ahead.
yeah, that's also a good one. But the Texans they're not that great. What do you guys think about Bill Belichick as the new Giants coach? The Giants coach.
I meant to bring this up on Tuesday.
I mean, Gruden in Cleveland and Belichick in New York would be a really two interesting stories next year.
I would like Belichick back in Cleveland. That's where he started. I mean, that would be close the circle.
He's too old. He's not going to go somewhere without a quarterback. And Jackson Dart is the future in New York.
Well, I think Bill does have a buyout clause with North Carolina.
Only $10 million. Yeah.
There was a clause in his contract that said that he could have left before the start of the college season. I mean, all the way up to July, he could have backed out. So, maybe a little nepotism. Maybe his son slips in. Doesn't his son still work for him?
Yeah.
And I think it'll be interesting. I mean, who did the Giants go with? They went their offensive coordinator. I don't recall who the Giants. Kafka. What do you think, Izzy? Do you think it'd be interesting to see Bill Belichick on the Giants? Before you were born, he was winning Super Bowls over 1 or 2 with Bill Parcells as the defensive.
He was Parcells' defensive coordinator. Yeah, I think he won 2 Super Bowls.
He did.
Jeff Hostetler and Phil Simms. Phil Simms, another quarterback with 2 Super Bowl rings, not in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Yeah, well, Brian, I want to say it just shows how horrible the Browns franchise is to have both Bill Belichick, the greatest, one of the greatest NFL head coaches, and Nick Saban, one of the greatest college coach of all time, on the same team, and y'all didn't win anything. But I love to see Bill Belichick back coaching again. Same thing with John Gruden. I love to see him with the Giants, with the Browns, or with whoever team fires who. I mean, I'd love to see them back coaching again. I do believe they're better than some of the coaches in the league.
And it's been long rumored that the league hates Cleveland because we fought so hard to keep our team name, keep the colors, get the expansion team. They felt annoyed by it, so they've just been pushing the screws underneath our fingernails for 30 years. But my God, if that's the case, let's just get John Gruden. What can they do? Hate us more than they already do after we gave Deshaun Watson the only fully guaranteed contract, and all the owners hate us. Everybody hates us anyway. Go for Gruden. Go for gold, I say.
Who's the other quarterback with 2 Super Bowl rings that is not in the Hall of Fame?
Bradshaw. No, he's in.
No, he's got 4 rings.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in. Jim Plunkett.
Soon to be Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe.
Jim Plunkett. How can Jim Plunkett not be in the Hall of Fame?
Jim Plunkett, Oakland Raiders. 2 rings. I think one with the Los Angeles Raiders. 2 rings, not in the Hall of Fame. And
that was the John Madden season?
Of course, the other one is Eli, and Eli was eligible this year, and he didn't get in.
I got a hunch he might. Maybe. I don't know. Not that he's the greatest, but he did get it done at least twice. All right, gentlemen.
Against Brady. Yep.
Yeah, I'm appreciative. I did not want to see them go undefeated. I was very happy to watch the Giants upset New England in that game.
Everybody. Have a good one. See everybody later.
Are we planning on Tuesday? Does Tuesday work for the?
I like this format.
Yeah,
I love it.
I think Tuesday for the review show, Thursday for the preview show. It's fine with me. It's fine with me. I'll make time. We went long today. We went 2 hours. We went 2 hours, but it's
a total of 4.5 hours this week.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't mind. It seems nicer.
Go to Pet Boys and get your snow chains, Mike.
Yeah, and Izzy, keep your calendar clear on Sunday just in case there's the off chance you get a random text message.
Getting chains. I'm not even good at putting chains on a car. I don't even. I mean, I suck at that. So
that's why I have a lift in my garage, Mike. Just bring it over.
Oh, there you go. And then you can get him signed
I
up
don't
on the NFL game
I
pack.
don't think I can drive some 200 miles to the pass with my chains on the car, Jim. I got a feeling that ain't gonna work. So
No, but you can get snow tires. Isn't this an expensive football
Jim, it's
trip?
not gonna snow. Okay, it's at Victorville. It says it's gonna be 60 degrees. So
Izzy, tell them how much snow they get in Cajon Pass.
I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
I love it. Well, we're going to get the update on Tuesday. That's for sure.
Yeah. If I make it, I'll send you guys a text from SoFi if I make
Please
All right.
do. All right, everybody.
All
Thank
right.
you for being here. We'll see you Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern on Strictly Football. Appreciate you. Love you. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care, everybody. Peace.
Yeah, peace.
it. Live long and
Hi, this is Eric Metcalf, and you're watching Unhappy Hour.
The New American Media is proud to present a division of the Unhappy Hour Sports Show, Strictly Football.
It's the Unhappy Hour.